Hey guys, I am Ian K, and in this video I wanted to do a showcase on a champion that I have always wanted on my account, but I have never got it until just recently, which is Fahrakin the Fat. So ever since this champion came out, I've always wanted to pull him, to play him, since looking at his kit, he has an amazing clan boss kit. But unfortunately, I was unlucky enough to never pull him for a long time, and I finally pulled him recently, and then I'm able to build him out and kind of test him out in some clan boss teams. So he is a little bit outdated in terms of my account. I mean that I have like better team comps that I can use that doesn't involve him. But nevertheless, I still wanted to try him out to see how he does with my level of gear and what I could have built him with if I got him earlier. So I'm going to showcase him in three different teams, budget unkillable, an easy double Maneater, as well as a standard non-unkillable counterattack team. So the first team that I'm going to show is the budget unkillable team. So using Fahrakin in budget unkillable is a bit different because he is an ally attack champion, so it throws off the speed a little bit. So we have to use the unkillable budget unkillable team speed instead. So this is Fahrakin. So I guess I'll just showcase his gear first. So this is what I have. So he has 172 speed, 100% crit rate, high crit damage, enough accuracy, and as much attack as possible. So I have him in the retaliation set just to improve his DPS by having a chance to counterattack. So normally for ally attack champions, I like to use reflex set, but in the budget unkillable team, we can't use reflex since it can mess up the speed tune and the rotation because of the extra um, the ally attack increases Painkeeper's turn meter, so we don't want to have that. So I have him in retaliation set as well. So I'm just going over his gear quickly, so you can take a look. Keep in mind this is a pretty good gear, so you may not have the gear to build him like that, but that's fine. And he's fully booked, and his mastery is just a standard War Master and Counter Attack Mastery. All right, so I'll just showcase the run. So I've pre-recorded the run before. So this is the budget uncreatable team that I'm using. Geomancer, Fane, uh, Fahrakin the Fat, Painkeeper, and Maneater. So this comp, as you can see, I'm using Geomancer and Fahrakin the Fat together, and both of them has HP burn. But I've speed tuned the team so that both of them always use their HP burn ability on the same turn. And Geomancer's HP burn lasts for 3 turns, while Fahrakin's only lasts for 2 turns. So Geomancer will always take priority. So Fahrakin will not override Geomancer's HP burn. All right. Then you do have to do a AI preset. So you have to make sure that. So I've decided not to use his A2 ability for Geomancer, and you should always set the A3 to first priority because he never uses his HP burn if there's already a HP burn up on the clan boss. All right. For Fane, I left it as A1 as the first choice. Then for Furrican, A3 as the first choice, and you don't have to set anything for the man-eaters. But this is not a full auto. You still have to do some manual setup. And I will link the site for the budget and creatable and setup on the video description down below to so you can take a look at what the setup is and as well as my turn rotation for this exact comp. And you can also see how I'm doing the setup right here. So we just have to delay Farrakhan's ally attack for 1 turn. And obviously, since this is a budget unkillable team, you do have to be aware of the uh, slow boy. So this team comp specifically only works on the Force Affinity because Geomancer is the slow boy. On Magic, you have to switch to a different slow boy. Geomancer will not work as a slow boy. And on Spirit Affinity as well. Um, the Spirit Affinity will work, so it only works on Force and Spirit. So on Magic, you'll have to swap the slow boy to a different um, team, and you'll kind of have to swap the DPS as well, since both of them being Spirit will not work as well on Magic. So that is the flaw of the budget unkillable team. All right. So yeah, the setup is done. It's already auto now. I just let the run go. I'll fast forward the run, then I'll come back when the run ends. All right, so we are at turn 47 now, doing almost 60 million. So this is not a one key team. I don't think, and this is with my level of gear as well, like pretty good gear, and it's not reaching one key territory. So I don't think this will achieve one key unless we use like a completely different combinations of champion. Particularly, probably not Fahrakin. We'll have to use like Krila instead and two other strong DPS champion. But yeah, Fahrakin probably not one key viable. All right, so 62 million in 50 turns. Yep, Geomancer, as always, is an incredibly strong damage dealer, even as a slow boy doing 21 million, Fane doing 18, and Fahrakin doing 10 million, and Painkeeper Maneater about 11 million in total. Yeah, so this is the budget unkillable team. All right, so now I'm having him in the uh, easy double man-eater team, which I think is his best slot in an unkillable team. So now I can fully gear him how I want to gear him. So I have him in reflex gear as well as triple refresh accessories. So these are his stats. I'll show the gear quickly. Yeah, so this is his stats. I have him at 172 speed, 74% crit rate because I have another champion which is Krila in this team to provide increased crit rate, so he doesn't need 100%. Uh, High crit damage, enough accuracy, and as much attack as possible. So he has the exact same masteries, no difference in masteries, but just the gear set change and full refresh accessories. All right, so this is his gear. So for the easy double man-eater team, I'm using Jintoro as the main DPS, then Krila Fahrakin as the secondary DPS. So I have double um, ally attack here, and then two man-eaters, of course. So once again, I'll have a link on the easy double man-eater comp in the video description, so you can build this comp yourself as well. You can use any three DPS you want, but I'm just using Fahrakin here as a showcase of this video. And this is a team that I've always wanted to build. I really like Gentoro, I like Fahrakin. I probably could include Turvold as well, but I just didn't want to re-gear him for this team. But yeah, again, there is a manual setup for easy double man-eater. It is in the video description, so you can check it out. I'll also include I guess, the manual setup for the specific team that I use and their speeds. So man-eater getting stunned there doesn't matter because he still has his unkillable on off cooldown. All right, that's the manual setup. We're in full auto now. You can see each time an ally attack does each one of them doing like 150 to 200k, which is why I love ally attack so much. And Fahrakin hits pretty hard himself. You can see that a 200k hit on his A2. All right, so it's full setup. I'll just set the run on a fast forward, then I'll come back when the run ends. All right, we're in turn 47 now. We've hit the one key mark pretty convincingly. So yeah, just a fun, easy double Maneater team. High damage, really big hits. All right, turn 50, 85 million. Jintoro doing 23.5 million. Krilla almost 17 million. Fahrakin almost 15 million. Both man-eaters doing about 30 million, both in total. Yeah, so this is the easy double man-eater team, which is I think the best team comp to use Fahrakin in. And finally, I have him in a standard counterattack non-unkillable team. So I have him in lifesteal gear. I'm just going over his gear quickly, as you can see there. So this time I built him with lifesteal perception, regular accessories, not refresh, because I need him to be speed tuned to use his skill at the proper skill rotation. Let me just go back to his stats. So now I've built him with 41k HP, a higher HP number, defense 2.8k, because I'm having increased defense up pretty much the entire fight. So with the increased defense and the defense aura, which I'll have in this team, he will have the necessary 4.2k plus defense for the maximum damage mitigation. So this is his speed 2 to 6 to go 4 for 3, crit rate, crit damage, and enough accuracy. So when I built him, I kind of forgot that he doesn't place the increased crit rate on himself. So he actually needs 100% crit rate, but I missed out on that and I ended up building him with 70% instead. But if you could, probably, I would probably build him with 100% crit rate. Right? So these are his stats. Same skills. The masteries is the same masteries, no different. Uh, yeah. All right. So this is the non-unkillable team that I have. um, built. So I have Skullcrusher, Fahrakin, Sepulcher, Godseeker, and Resin. So I'm doing their setup right now. I'll have their setup and their speeds in the video description down below so you can take a look at it if you want to build this exact same team. So now, right now, I'm facing Force Affinity, which is a neutral affinity to this team. So unfortunately, as with all, I guess, non-unkillable teams, affinity will be a kind of a factor in this team, mainly spirit affinity, because I have not because of the decreased speed, which is a problem in itself, but I have a block debuff up for the entire for the AoE 2 and stun, so that does not matter. The main thing is the I have three force champions. So when you're using Skull Crusher, Sepulcher, Razin, Spirit Affinity is bad because of the weak hits, so they won't apply their debuff as often, and Skull Crusher takes a lot more damage, and if they weak hit, they might not be able to heal lifesteal enough and they could die early. And of course, missing the decreased attack is the most important thing. That could just end the run outright. Right? Yeah, so this is the team. I've already completed the setup. It's on full auto now. So yeah, this is just a full DPS team. I mean, the team is geared pretty well. As you can see, all of my champions are hitting pretty hard, especially the defense-based champions like Razin right there, Godseeker, all of them doing 100k plus damage each hit. All right, so I'll just fast forward this run and I'll come back when the run is almost over. All right, so we are at turn 35 now. We are well above the 2 key range. Pretty confident 2 key damage there. Sepulcher almost dying from the stun, so the run will be ending shortly. So, and obviously, since this is a non-unkillable team as well, the biggest factor for the run ending early is if the decrease attack does not land. You see, everyone is almost dying right there. So the run will be ending shortly. So I don't think this team will hit the 1 key mark since we are pretty far off the 1 key and it looks like people are dying. This run will ending in like a few more rotations, but you can see the decrease attack does not land right here. So I think we'll probably wipe out right here. Yep, we wiped out because there's no decrease attack. If there is a decrease attack, we might be able to last maybe one more rotation, but yeah, that's it. All right, so the run ended here with Sepulcher to almost 10 million, Skullcrusher almost 6 million, Razin 17 million, Godseeker 11 million, and Fahrakin 9 million damage. So this is the comp in a non how Fahrakin works in a non-unkillable team. So he can work. You can fit him in a 4 for 3 ratio, and it's pretty good at uh, adding more DPS to your team. All right. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to submit some comments with asking any questions. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I also have a link to my personal Discord channel if you want to hop in there and contact me directly. That works as well. Yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.